Scott, what allowed you guys to jump all over them there in the first half?
I thought we were active. We're making shots. We were playing fast on offense in the half court, and we didn't get bogged down. And we set good screens. We took care of the basketball. But I mean, they also missed some shots. But I thought we played with good energy, and we played like this in spurts. But I thought tonight we played throughout the game like this. This is our obviously our best complete game of the season.
And three-point defense has been kind of a problem for you guys so far, but tonight held them to only four threes, I think. What made the difference?
Well, I mean, we were active, but they did miss some open threes. That's not, we can't take credit for everything, but they missed some open shots. But I thought our offense helped our defense. We were taking care of the ball, and we had good proper spacing. We took good shots, and that allows you to get back in transition. They didn't get a lot of transition points, and that's how we want to play. We want to play with some good offensive spacing because it helps your defense. It's the first part of your defense is a good shot.
Fred.
Hey Scott, how did you think that Robin and Mo filled in their roles?
Yeah, I mean both of them played well, like 20 points and 18 rebounds combined. We're gonna have to do it by committee. TB, like I said, he was on his way to having a 16-10 year, something like that. Both guys are going to get good minutes. We're going to go small with the five. We're going to just do it by committee with Rui. I mean, at the five, but Robin knows how to play. Good veteran. He's getting in better shape. But I thought his defensive presence was good at the basket. And then he knows how to play. He's a big target, and we're looking for him. And teams want to switch in the league. You got to be able to take advantage of bigs down low, and that's old school basketball. But you still got to take advantage of him. He has an old school game. He can score with either hand. He's very methodical in his moves. But I thought he was good, and Mo gave us energy, and it's a little bit different. So that's what we like about it, and he's definitely different than Robin. He's different than TB as well, but I thought they both gave us great energy.
And did you see an opportunity in the fourth quarter with you guys up 20 something to save Brad? What's that decision like where you're up 20 something and Brad ends up coming into the game?
Yeah, I mean they made a semi run, and it was the decision that we haven't won a game other than 2 games. We haven't won in the last 3 games. 2 wins for the season. We didn't want to let this slip away. And he's good. He didn't play last game. He had a couple of days off. I mean, he's averaging 36 minutes. He had 35. We don't shoot around. We don't practice. He plays 36 minutes to play basketball. I think he can handle that. He's a world-class athlete, 28 years old, good looking, great family. Great kids. Parents are amazing. I think he can handle 36 minutes.
Ava.
Anything else, Fred?
Geez, Scott. I was going to say I know who to call when I want someone to just list out my good attributes. How big was Davis in the first half there, especially when he was just nailing threes in the second quarter for obviously offense, but like you said, the energy?
Well, first, I mean, we need him to play like this. I mean, he's not going to come in and go 5 for 5 from the 3 every game, but he's going to have a lot of games like this. This is really his first game that he's had like this. Maybe he had another game earlier, and I think maybe that was the first Philly game, maybe. But I kind of had a feeling that it was going to be like this. He didn't, for obvious reasons, didn't play a lot of pickup, and he didn't come early for he wasn't signed, and the season started so late, and it took him 8 days or so to get in visa issues, and shooters need their legs. And it was going to take 2 weeks or so, but it actually took more. Hopefully this is the start of how he plays, how he played last year. And, we have him for a long time for the right reasons, and he's going to He's going to provide that type of spacing. The threat of him out there opens up a lot of easy shots for all of our guys. But it's nice for him to make one, make some. I mean, even last game, he's been frustrated, and you want that. You don't want guys to not be frustrated. They're not playing well. But I knew it would come around, and I hope that this is the start of something good. He got a lot of shots after last game in our arena, which is another good sign. Those are good examples for our younger players to see. The game is won by professionalism and toughness and the proper habits, and our young guys need to see that from a veteran.
And it's been 3 games now with pretty solid efforts from the bench. What are you seeing that's working well for them now?
Well, we mix things up defensively. It's hard, we don't have a lot of practice time, but we spent 15 minutes on the practice floor or the gym arena floor tonight, and we went over some zone defense, some full court pressing, stuff that we can, mix things up, keep them off balance. This is a good team that we're playing. They're one of the best teams in the West, and Chris Paul adds to that, and we knew it wasn't going to be easy going into the game, but we wanted to change it up because you give this team a daily dose of the daily stuff, the same stuff, they're gonna pick you apart with their guard play.
Rachel Nichols.
Rachel,
Hey, Sai.
how are
How
you?
are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. I wanted to ask you a little bit more about the lack of practice and lack of everything, really. The general managers met with the league today, and there was talk of reducing shoot-arounds and meetings and practices even more. What is it like? What has it been like for you and your team kind of dealing with all that?
Well, it's definitely difficult. I mean, the good thing, if they do that, we don't have to change. We haven't had a shoot around basically at home or on the road for the obvious reasons. We don't want to expose our guys to further stuff and our families and things of that nature. But it's tough. I'll tell you, if you have a veteran team, it's much easier. And there's probably 6 to maybe 10 to 12 teams that are like that they don't really need the practice time. They just need to maintain what they have. But we need it, but we can't make an excuses. We got a very young front line that needs reps on the practice court even after a game. But we can't do that. And this year is gonna pass. This shall pass as well as all the other years, and we just got to get through it and continue to find ways to improve. And sometimes the art of coaching is finding different ways to get your players better. And this year is definitely odd because you can't get them better really on the practice floor.
Did you say that you ran through stuff defensively on the arena floor pregame? Is that how you did it?
We had a shoot around. We have our home shoot around usually at 4. We go over their personnel and some of their offensive sets, but we because I know we haven't practiced in a while and we needed some work, and we spent 10 or 15 minutes just on the defensive stuff that we need done. We haven't played the defense that we know we can play, but we need to do it on the practice floor. And now we don't have that. We have to do it during shoot arounds. And like tomorrow, we're not going to do much, but the younger players that need to work are going to get some work in, but our veterans are going to have to just, relax a little bit. But practices the whole league is going to have it. But like I said, it's a league. The league knows what they're doing. They study it, and they know all the medical, and they know the stuff that's out there. If we can't practice and we don't, our performance team, myself, and our players have to understand that you got to stay conditioned, because if you're not conditioned, you put yourself in a position to have injuries, and that doesn't guarantee no injuries, but you have to be in shape, whether we're all, jump on a bike or things like that. We just got to stay in shape if you don't practice.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, we'll take a couple more. Ben Standig.
Good seeing you, Rachel.
Hey, Scott, you in answering Fred's question a second ago about Brad, you mentioned some of his positive attributes on and off the court, things he's got going on for him, which all true, and then some. Obviously he's playing well, but it's not even just he's playing well right now. He's continued to ascend throughout his career, throughout the time you've been here, and not all these guys, all athletes do that when they get all these other things that you're mentioning, all the positive things. What is it you think about him that just drives him to keep pushing forward, even when you guys are having tough times, everything that's going on in the world? What is it about him that kind of keeps him going?
Man, that guy, I love coaching him. He hit the resolve, the fiber, how he was raised, his parents. You can see it's very layered. He's not just about himself. He's very self-aware of what's going on around him as well, and he wants to make a difference. And the thing I'm impressed with, and every year he's gotten better. That's 5 years. I haven't been around a few of them now. Coaching another one from my old stopping grounds that he got better every year as well. But Brad is 5 years now. He's gotten better. He does it through his hard work. I see him in the summer, spend time with him. I see his workouts, some of his weight workouts, his balance workouts. He doesn't show the world and doesn't put it on Instagram and doesn't care. He just does it. And it's like that old school workout. He goes to these garage workouts and small gym workouts, and he gets work in. And you don't just come back just because you want to be a good player and you say, some nice prayers at night and wake up a better player. You got to put your work in, and he does. And that's impressive, 5 years in a row. But what he is about off the court is impressive. The guy's about change. He's about the right things, and he's constantly helping out. You see what he does through the high school program here. He's constantly giving back. He's a big part of our team, and I love coaching him. And, and he also does it, this is a tough year. Last couple of years, we didn't have John, but he never complained. He just kept showing that resolve and toughness and leadership. And this year, we haven't had the start we wanted, and TB goes out with the year out for the year. Russell's out, but what does he do? He came back today, and he missed last game of the protocol. He came back today and did what he does, and that's why I like coaching him, and I enjoy being around him because he's about the right things.
All right, last question, Neil.
Better be good, Neil.
Hey, Scott. Raul Neto, he's been plugged in a starting lineup a few times now, 3 out of the 4 times, had really solid games. What about him do you think he's able to just jump in there when needed and, it seems like things don't necessarily miss a beat?
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player, man. I've always liked him, in days in Utah. He just knows how to play. He's a competitor. He doesn't, you set a screen, every guard in the league gets screened, and you have choice. You have a choice to fight over or be like Velcro and stick to the guy. He refuses to do that. He's physical. He's a physical player. He doesn't take anything. He works for it. Great shooter. Missed some open threes tonight, but made a couple of big ones, matter of fact. But knows how to play. He's like those baseball utility players. You can put him in just about any position and he's going to have success because he has a lot of confidence in his game, and I have a lot of confidence in him also, whether he starts or comes off the bench. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Be safe.
Thanks, Coach.